There you go, birdies. Good day, good day, good day. I have left it as late as possible. As you can see, there are cars with lights on, and this has been the first time today that it stopped raining for any decent amount of time. We are heading to the next village, which is called Staplehurst. I just got absolutely covered in a muddy puddle. Awesome. Thanks for that. Cheers. Now I hope it does rain so that I can wash it off. I'm in full wet weather gear, head to toe. So personally, I don't think I'll get that wet. Let's just see how this goes. I'm not going to record some sections of this because it's quite a boring road, and I'll just get a wriggle on during those times. But there's some little bits and pieces I'd like to show you. Just if you're in the area, you can walk from Headcorn to Staplehurst, and you have to use your imagination a bit today, but on a nice sunny day it's actually quite nice. I think it's about 4 miles. Let's see how it goes. Starting off at Days Green in Headcorn, and we're going to go straight over to that corner there, and from that corner you should be able to see the church, and from the church the footpath starts. So you can't quite make the church out. I thought you could, but it's in this corner. You can just see the porchway, the entrance. Crossing over. Okay, so the footpath sign does say down here, but that will just take us behind the church. Still got the crimbob trees up. Maybe they've kept the trees here. Ah, maybe they are real trees that have been planted. Interesting. I thought they were temporary trees for Christmas, but they may be planted. Yep, they're planted. Well, bravo. I think that's a great idea. Taking a left here, an immediate right, just to head onto I wouldn't say it's a little known footpath. It's not very well maintained, let's put it that way. And we're going to be crossing over the railway line. sniff. Yes, slight issue here. As you've probably noticed, I'm rushing quite a lot on this walk, and that's because the light is fading. And because I was rushing, I forgot to record the next section, or rather thought I'd recorded the next section, and it turns out I didn't record anything at all. So here's a little map flyover of where we're going to, and just to give you a little overview. So we're in Headcorn, and we're flying off via Spitfire to Staplehurst. It's a really short walk. It's 4 miles, but it is enjoyable during the summertime, and yeah, very very easy to do this walk. So here's the route. I'll leave a link to the GPX file in the description. But we pick up after I've managed to cross the level crossing and the fields. I've been merrily talking away to myself, but we'll pick up just on the other side of the level crossing plus a couple of fields. Okay, I have just spent the last few minutes, 5-10 minutes, talking to myself and not recording, because I'm that clever. In short, we have come through that corner of this field, and there's a footpath that goes that way, or there's a footpath that comes straight across this field. We've also crossed the railway line, and my only observations here were that they've done some work on the hedgerows, and my concern is that they've earmarked that land for housing. Fingers crossed that's not the case, but it seems to be the case at the moment. The railway line is a level crossing, and what else was it I was talking about? I think I was just babbling about the dubbing on my boots. Probably be able to show that to you now. So it just runs off. Considering that was a really muddy field, my boots are clod free. So yeah, this is going to be a fairly short video because I'm already losing light. Well, let's have a quick look at some of the trees and things. Oh, that was the other thing. Aha! A light bulb has just gone on in my head. There was an oak tree that last year some kids decided in their infinite wisdom to strip it of its bark. It was a really old oak tree. I think I took some photographs of it at the time, and I'll pop those up on screen now. I don't understand the mentality of it, really. I don't understand what makes or what possessed somebody to think that's a great idea, or maybe they just weren't thinking. And if they weren't thinking, then maybe we need to educate people on, you know, what a tree is, what it does. And you know, I'm not saying go out and hug a tree, but what I'm saying is don't go out and strip it of its bark. It's fairly simple, you know. Stop being destructive. Give these things that are trying to live an environment where they can thrive. Not hard, and it is quite important for us. After all, we kind of rely on the trees. Kent used to, many years ago, Kent used to be predominantly woodland, and that hence the dens everywhere: Smar Den, Till Den, High Hall Den, Bid Den Den. The Bid Den Den is, they got 2 dens, the den within a den. Feathers Den. We can see now the trees are really struggling. There's a dead branch a large dead branch just teetering there on that tree. Right, this is, believe it or not, where we're going. Limbo. Yeah, the rain did not stop today. Every time I went to go out the door I was thinking, yep, now's the time, now's the time. But we're here now and we are making our way to Staplehurst. As I said, 4-mile journey. It's not normally this stodgy. He says slipping all over the place. Love this. I can't remember where we go. Oh, there. We've just popped out onto the road here because I wanted to tell you that the actual footpath, so we've just literally come out of here, walked down here, and the footpath is actually here. Which goes through somebody's property, but there's a little gate there right in the centre of the screen with a pathway going down beside it, and it's not very well maintained at all, which takes you out onto a field with, or used to have, lots of free roaming chickens, and they were fenced in, but they were free range chickens. Free roaming, that sounds like a contradiction if they were fenced in. Essentially they had a lot of space to kind of be outdoors and roaming around in, but instead of going down there I take this route purely because it's not that it's easier, it's quicker. I'm not ducking through hedgerows and things like that. Like I say, it's not very well maintained, so if you are doing this journey, this is the better way to come. Even though on paper it's further, it will save you time. Before I go down here, there's something I want to show you which confuses me every time I see it. What is that? I have no, it doesn't smell of gas or anything, but it's like that every time. So there's obviously something escaping from there. Maybe I should call the gas board. I don't know. That puddle was deeper than I thought it was going to be. It looks like the clouds are really trying to clear up. I love that. Nice formation of cloud there. As you can hear, the wind has dropped. And check this out. looks moody. Thankfully, I think we've missed that weather, that rain. So this is where the footpath comes out normally, and you can just walk up here straight through this gate and comes down to the farm. Horskies. Hello there. I feel a bit off not stopping and speaking to people in their own land, but as you can see, the light is fading fast because that cloud formation is nearly on top of me. The ducks. That's a well-fitting gate. Okay. Through here, there's a woodsman's sort of area here. Stopped and had a chat with a guy once. Well, a nice, interesting chap. Lots of local knowledge. The sheep are doing their thing in the field, as you can hear. There's a lovely smell of cut wood. I believe this is all sustainable, so that's the way it should be. It's, okay. And when is a knot not a knot? Is it supposed to be undone here or here? I think here. Anyone remember the Krypton factor? That is not coming loose. I think I have it. Yeah. Okay, I'll join you again in a second. I need two hands. Well, I'm on the other side of the fence now, at least. And I don't know how, but I managed to get a nettle sting as well on the smallest nettle in the world. Heron. Not sure whether you can see that. Lovely bit of quiet, wasn't it? this. Out there. Luckily, they're trying to see which way they're going. I think that there is coming towards me. That is going that way. We continue. That bit through the farm there does have a tendency to be a little stodgy, as well as down the end of this field's a bit stodgy, so if you are walking, as ever, good pair of boots wouldn't do you any harm whatsoever. It almost feels like we've walked straight between two storms. So there's one there, and if I wheel around, there's the other one. But if I look above, it's almost like this calm-ish sky above us. Okay, stop doing that now, making you dizzy. Making me dizzy. Oh, noisy. Oh, that's very noisy. Oh. I think I'll probably lower the sound on there in editing, and if I forget to do that, sorry. This stream, river, stream, I have seen this overtop the banks when it gets really wet. So although we've had a load of rain, I have seen it a heck of a lot worse down here when we've had that sort of rain that just keeps going for days and days on end. Biblical rain. And when that happens, all of the rubbish in the tributary streams washes into here. I mean, this is really low actually, but you can see on the sides where the water has been, even up on the bank. But all of the rubbish, and so if you're throwing rubbish out of your window of a car, just thinking, someone else to think about, not my problem. Your rubbish does wind up in nature, and then nature has to deal with it. Not going to get on the soapbox about it, because most people watching this are probably considerate people. But if it ever does cross your mind, or if there is one person that watches this and thinks, hey look, it's not my problem, I'll tell you a little story actually. There was a guy that I was working with. I won't say that I knew him well, because I didn't know him that well at all, but I was working with him for a few weeks in my previous life, and he was a smoker. We took a break so that he could smoke. He went to buy some cigarettes. Check this out. It is swelling up. Yeah, and it was a fresh packet of cigarettes, and he literally just took the cellophane off and the paper insert and didn't even throw it on the floor. He just let go of it as if it you know, that was the most natural thing in the world to do, was just to drop it on the floor. And I kind of sniggered and just said, you're just going to leave that there? And he honestly, his reply was, oh yeah, no, it's fine, because it gives somebody else a job to do, doesn't it? I'm going to pause and just let that sink in for a second. There are people out there who genuinely believe that throwing litter on the floor, or just dropping litter on the floor, they are providing a service to somebody. Yep. Wow. I just couldn't understand it. Anyway, I picked it up in front of him and shook my head, and you know, he said, no, my friend, no, that's not how it works. But you know, you got to work with people, and at least whilst he was around me, I didn't see him littering again. But yeah, bizarre, really strange that somebody can genuinely feel like that way. So yeah, if you're one person watching this and you think that's normal, it ain't normal. Take your litter with you, put it in a bin, it goes to landfill, or it might get recycled. Yeah, please don't litter. The wind's picking up once again, very slightly, but the wind is picking up. I'm walking this at quite a pace now because the light's fading, and that's also why I've pointed you at the ground, because if I point you up like there, then where we're walking plunges into darkness. They've cut all this back, by the way, but if you are walking here, these roots, or stumps, here we go, can trip you up. Also, that there is much deeper than it looks. Okay, you can get lost here. When you come through here, it looks like the arrow that's there is just pointing straight up there. You need to go into here. So we're going this way. And this takes us behind the houses. There's a lovely new building here. And I believe there's American, oh yeah, American Canadian flags are up. I'll show you when we're closer. I won't point you towards the houses because privacy. Try and keep the houses out of shot. In fact, I'm going to stop recording, but we're going through there. Okay, we are out the other side now, and as you can see, it opens up really nicely. I'm going to probably bring this footage to a close because it is getting too dark. So have yourselves a good day. Hopefully you've managed to get outside today. Thanks very much for watching this. Hopefully you can hear the sound of the gulls. Yeah, get outside, get some fresh air. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day. You need to go through here if you're following this footpath. So following that same road all the way down, Noisy. You come through that, and then there is a nice new bridge. That is a new bridge. And then you head straight down by the side of the hedgerow. So it really is dark now. I really apologise. This is going to be a speed run. Follow the hedgerow all the way down. You've come through this gate and cross straight over the road and follow that road for about 150 yards. You probably couldn't see that. Staplehurst though. So walk down that path, get as far as the now I was going to say there's a footpath that goes straight across that field, but I don't know where this road goes, so I'm going to walk down this road because I've got a feeling it goes into a new estate. This might be right, it might be wrong, we will soon see. I'm really going this time, but I will put a map up on screen of where to go. Take care, see you on the next one. It'll be daylight next time you see me.